Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. So, I mean, we're on turn 5 here. That's pretty awesome, to be honest. The turnaround has been remarkably quick, which I'm really happy about. It means we actually get to get back into it straight away, which is fantastic. Bloody excited. I hope you guys are as well. So what I'm going to do here then is just give the stream a couple moments just to catch up, just to make sure everything's working okay. Let everybody know on Discord that the stream is now live. And that should be great. Okay, so we did have a couple things beforehand that I'd like to discuss. The first one being in coordination, well, actually chiefly due to one of the viewers here, Mrs. Lamp. I don't know what her real name is, so I'm going to go with that. She has been absolutely instrumental in helping us out here. So with her help, we have developed a R&D plan that is, well, solid. This is the one that we will be following. So basically what we're doing here is all the R&D facilities that were unused are now being actually put into production. So everything is now going ahead, which is quite good. You can see here that we have obviously a number of factories dedicated to different classes of aircraft. So for example, 20 to the carrier fighters, 4 to the Imperial Japanese fighters, the land-based ones. Torpedo bombers, dive bombers, Imperial Japanese Army fighters. So this is going to come in quite handy. We'll discuss this in a little while. Actually take a look at some of the aircraft in more detail as well, ideally. Hello there, Sophie. How you doing, my friend? Okay. Where's the save? So I think the date should now be, is it the 12th of December, perhaps? Yeah, I believe it would be around about the 12th. Possibly, we'll see shortly. Okay. Right, so we occupy the base there. That is quite nice. Entirely expected, we knew that was going to happen, but it's still very good to actually have the base without a fight. There's always the possibility that THG could have deployed troops down there. That was always a actual possibility. So I'm quite happy about this. Looks as though we are going to see further submarine action just off the coast of the Philippines. Okay. Seems that we lost a few troops during the 53rd loading, perhaps, or unloading from the Wake Task Force. Okay, so they're going for the Umikaze. Now, let's see how our actual destroyers perform here. Ideally, we could potentially get some hits there. Ah, that's awesome, man. Well, what is the battle plan today? To be honest, Sophie, it will very much depend on how things turn out. We have obviously occupied the base, so that's quite nice. At least we can begin the movement up towards Manila. We do have additional landing forces to hit the center of the Philippines here. Ideally try and bisect the main island of Luzon. We'll see. Okay, so S39 launches 2 torpedoes at Umikaze. Of course they miss. And this is it. When you're actually trying to go for destroyers, they are bloody hard things to hit. How are you doing there, Luke? It's good to see you, my friend. Okay, so we have the PT boats once more then. They're rather brave. To be honest, it would be nice to be done with them. It's a little bit of a waste of munitions, but at the end of the day, this is always a good bit of training for our forces here. This would be a battle at night as well, so definitely quite good training. It keeps the crews on, yeah, keeps them sharp, which is quite good. Not going to complain about this then too much. Ideally we can inflict some killing blows here. We do seem to potentially land and hit. Yeah, torpedoes out in the water. Yeah, PT-34 has sunk there. So that's good, at least we've killed another one of them. Yep, 34 goes down. Obliterated, yep, 35 looks like she's going down too. Yeah, she's going under the waters there. Okay, this is good news. At least the fleet... Well, I should say the flotilla can concentrate their fire on the remaining PT boats. And 31 goes down as well. Our crews are rather formidable in night battle. This is good, so we've struggled here to sink them before, but at least now we are seeing potentially 3... Well, definitely 3 destroyed. Ideally 4 or 5 would be very nice. And no 2 remaining. But this is good experience for our crew. Very good experience. Yeah, it seems like they only took 1 shell hit and that was enough to just take them out. Konnichiwa there, Lupus. How you doing, my friend? Okay, maximum visibility. 46% moonlight. I mean, this is the actual amazing thing about this game, is that the moonlight actually does make a big difference. Okay, Japanese lookout spot Allied task force at 10,000 yards. This is very close. Yeah, open fire on surprise Allied ships at 10,000 yards. The range closes to 6,000 yards. Okay, so we start engaging at 6,000 yards, the range then closes to 5,000, engage at 5,000, 4,000. Yes, okay, so the range goes all the way down there to 4,000 yards. And then obviously this is when they start moving away. But that's quite good. I'm glad that we actually get that couple kills there. Good experience there for the ships. Hello there, Black Mesa. How are you doing, my friend? Okay, Pike. I've got to say, this is a dangerous situation, but I would much, much rather have these submarines trying to attack my landing forces than attacking the economy of the Empire of Japan. I would much, much rather this. As they're going to find it very difficult to actually destroy my destroyers and other light patrol craft. They could try to take out some of the actual transport ships, or even perhaps larger ships, but at least we have a chance of fighting back. I suppose that's the nice thing here. That's good, mate. That's good. I'm just trying to get into streaming mode. I'm always really bad when I first stream. I just need to warm up. Yeah. Okay. See, it is a very dangerous game, due to the fact that if one of these torpedoes actually does connect with the destroyers, should it actually activate and blow, then yeah, that is pretty devastating damage. So then, Brez, you've only missed about 7 minutes, don't worry, we're only just at the start of the turn. There's not much particularly that's happened. I'm doing pretty good, my friend, doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. Right, they're firing on the destroying minesweeper there. Sturgeon is now bottoming out. Okay, the torpedo boats. They're not exactly really geared for this, are they? Okay. Right. The midget submarine HA-19 then. So you were sighted by an escort, but you bottomed out and actually escaped there. We've sunk three PT boats so far. The enemy submarines haven't sunk anything so far, which is quite nice, very handy for us there, really. Okay, so she is abandoned there due to heavy damage, that's fine. Okay, now we have the invasion of Guam. Which is quite nice. Once we do take Guam, we can actually take the forces there, the actual cover forces, and have them moved elsewhere. That will free up at least a heavy cruiser, as well as other assets as well, which is quite handy. Right, 61 casualties there. We do lose a gun, which is a shame. Not too bad. Landings continue. Okay, now we're in the day. It's only 5 coastal guns. That's not too bad then. We haven't received any hits, so I'm quite happy about that one. Okay, so that would be the task force actually delivering the division down here to the Philippines. Right. SS-36. Okay, so HA-19 is detected. At the end of the day, it's pretty funny. Hello there, Blackstar. So Blackstar is the actual contributor here who came up with the R&D plan, so all credit to her. But yes, as I was saying, it's rather interesting with the HA-19. So these midget submarines that are in Pearl Harbor at the moment, it's like they're not doing particularly much, but the thing is he has these destroyers there that are continuing to search for them. It's just wasting that time, really. There's always that chance that we could get a juicy target should it leave Pearl Harbor. There are battleships there. There will be battleships that are, well, I'm going to say undamaged. So it would be very nice if we could score one of those whales there. Okay, so all of our commands have been issued torpedoes. The vast majority of our squadrons will now have torpedoes, which is actually really good. I mean, that was down to the contributions of a viewer last stream, or potentially the stream before, which was fantastic, something I didn't know about. And, this is why I enjoy this. It's nice to actually be able to learn together. Now this will be our first raid against Manila in this turn. We'll see how the raid goes and then I'll probably rest the bombers for some time. We did take relatively high losses. Not catastrophically high losses. At the end of the day, we have inflicted quite heavy damage upon the Allied bombers at Canton, and as well over the Philippines. We have destroyed quite a number of Warhawks, P-40s, as well as P-26s and P-35s, I do believe. Okay, we're bombing the Chinese forces here just in the north of Canton, which is quite good. You're probably also going to want to streamline your production across the scout category, as you will streamline the other stuff later as you get them. Yeah, in fairness, it's like I do like the Jakes, I like their range, but I will obviously take a look at the other scout aircraft. Wouldn't be a terrible idea to have something that's potentially better at a shorter range. I indeed give them death. Hello there, Carl, how you doing, my friend? Okay, a few casualties inflicted. At the end of the day, the Chinese have no way to answer that. Okay, so this is a squadron that we dedicated to attacking this Chinese force here. Only 18 casualties, so not a huge amount. You haven't missed much, don't worry. We're only about 12 minutes in here. We did have an engagement off the Philippines with the PT boats. We did sink 3 of them. We've had a number of submarine attacks, but none of them have inflicted any damage, and we've inflicted none so far either. Other than that, we did lose a midget submarine at Pearl Harbor though. It was abandoned due to damage. Okay. Ooh, are we actually going to see the landings here at Mersing? That's actually, yes. Okay, that's actually sooner than I expected. That's fantastic. And we have our Oscars over here. Very good, very good. So this is what we set up last stream, really, isn't it? The actual escorts. Now they're going to struggle due to the defensive fire, but at the end of the day, if they can actually get in here and disrupt these bombers, they have a very good chance of killing them. And the best thing is, yeah, look at that, critical hit, 1 destroyed there. Fantastic. We can try and force them to abandon their attack run of the ships here. Yep, another 1 down. Very good. So the air-to-air combat is done there. So now we only have reports of 1 destroyed there. Supposedly 2 were destroyed, but that is, that's going to go, yeah, that's going to go ahead and give them a bloody nose there. You're only going to need the Mavis, Dianas, and Jakes. Yeah, I think the Jakes are fantastic. I mean, they're basically, what, A6M2s? Okay, so we have some Hudsons here attacking the light cruiser Kashi. The Brazil Maroon. Okay, no damage sustained there. Blenheim's attacking over here. Now, there's always a chance that we may take some actual damage here. We have to be aware of that. So far, we are being very lucky here. Being very, very lucky. Okay, so only 3 Oscars can actually answer this, and there is wildebeest here and bloody swordfish. So we're guaranteed to lose something. And I'm not even kidding. I really, genuinely wish I was taking the piss, but yeah, no. We're gonna end up losing something. These bloody biplanes are just too damn good at what they do. I mean, the bombs they carry are dangerous, but they're not incredibly deadly. It's not like being hit by a 1,000-pound bomb. Right, critical hit on the Buffalo there. It's a shame that we didn't have more aircraft, but I suppose they are some distance here. Right, low in ammo, so they will go ahead and attack. Right, what is it they're going for? Ooh. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Fucking biplanes are just too goddamn good. It's weird. I mean, the APD Oiva took a torpedo, which is pretty bloody devastating. So we might have actually lost a APD here, which is a shame. Lupus, trust me, it'll be worth it. Okay, Haruna has been hit by... Ooh. Right, APD Oi is down. Haruna has taken potentially 2 hits there. Yeah, Haruna's taken quite heavy hits there. She should be okay, ideally. Right, another attack run. I'm telling you, these things are just broken. I swear to God that no aircraft should be as effective as the biplanes. That is another hit there on Haruna. Another hit there. Jesus Christ. Right, we may potentially lose Haruna here. It depends really on her ability to fight the damage. Right, a transport has been hit, and again, these fucking wildebeest, man, are just too fucking good. It's honestly weird how good they are. Okay, so we did lose a actual ship there. Haruna is on fire, heavy damage. She is in a bad shape at the moment. We do lose a transport here. Potentially quite a lot of men lost there. 228 casualties. Well, we knew this was going to be a dangerous run. We knew it was going to be a dangerous run. If we do lose Haruna, it will be a shame. But I can survive that. But she may yet live. Yeah, that's a t-shirt meme. Definitely. Yes, that was painful. But Haruna is still alive at the moment. She may yet survive. Of all ships to be torpedoed, she is the class that is best suited to take it. And if she survives this, then she will have earned her pay. Well, Haruna got torpedoed 4 times. We have our first attack here on Manila. Now, there's not a huge amount of A6M2s here, which is a shame. Ideally, would have liked to have seen more there. Now, this raid is going to determine whether we see further attacks on Manila. Yeah, Swordfish is going to have a bloody field day. They are just weirdly good. I don't know what it is. It's like the modern aircraft I have no like fear of, but yet these like wildebeest and just the biplanes I'm just terrified of. And I get that they're not like, I mean, they're somewhat outdated, but I can understand that they're not terrible. They're good at what they do. They're just so bloody good at what they do. Yeah, she's in dockyard for a year, that's fine. At the end of the day, I can make do with that. She's going to have to limp home. But if she makes it through this turn, then we will have the squadrons in the area assigned to protect her. It was a large group of torpedo bombers. But this is the issue, we have to do this. If the actual landings do go ahead, which they will do now, and succeed, then we will have the potential to actually cut Singapore off from the rest of Malaya, which will rapidly speed up the campaign there in Malaya. Yeah, very, very bloody accurate. Okay, so we'll just speed up the actual results here, so what the end of it looks like. Looks like additional A6 M20s did join the battle there. That's quite nice. Yeah, a musket is outdated until it shoots you in the face. That is very true. I mean, it's a very accurate and painfully relevant. Okay. Dive in. Okay, that's another Warhawk down there. We have destroyed quite a number of Warhawks here. Okay. Weren't they based on the King... Was it the King George? No, the Lion. It was the Lion battlecruiser class, wasn't it? I think. Well, that's quite good there. Apparently 8 P-40E Warhawks and a P-26. We do land a couple hits on the actual airbase and supply. Right, we have another raid coming in here. Notice there's significantly less defense here. That's rather intriguing. Now, whether this is actually a sign of greater things is rather intriguing. And you see, we just destroyed that aircraft there. And we managed to make it through quite quickly. So, we'll take a look at what the actual defenses are over Manila. Perhaps more of these aircraft are assigned to Clark Airfield. Yep, an additional aircraft inbound. He max altitude... that's interesting. We'll have to take a closer look at that. I've not been looking at that one there. Estimated altitude 23,000 feet. Those have 8 maneuverability up high. Okay, that's very good. I didn't actually take a look at that. I did notice that they did drop on me, i.e. dive on me. So that's interesting. Right. We do have Ki-43s here to actually aid. I mean, there's only 3 Hudsons here, so those are the ones that we do have to worry about. The Buffaloes are just fighters. We should be able to deal with them. Now, we're diving on them, which is very good. Yep, fine from behind. Okay, this is where they earn their pay here. Hello there, Diligent. How you doing, my friend? Are you watching THG's point of view as well? That's pretty cool. I'm pretty jealous if you do get to do that. I mean, this is one of the things. It's like, for viewers, obviously, you guys can check out both points of view. Obviously, you do have to keep things to yourself, as we don't want to ruin anything for each other. But it's something I'm very jealous of. I would love to take a look, and just really love to get an idea of what his thoughts are, what his opinions are. Really interesting. But I look forward to doing that in the future. It'll eventually come to pass. Yeah, I'm destroying more Buffaloes. Okay, so one of them pulls out there due to lack of ammunition. And now the Buffalo did dive on us here. But it seems like we are behind it. As long as we can intercept these bomber raids, I would be very happy. I was hoping that we would see the Ki-27s actually engage in here. I think this is it. We just need to capture a base closer to the actual ships here. Now, I am rather interested. Will our actual battleships and heavy cruisers actually bombard at Mersing? Okay, that's not too bad. So the Hudsons don't actually make into attack. We do destroy a Buffalo here. I kind of stay away so I don't say things. That's very true. Okay, now they're attacking out here. They may score hits here due to the fact that we don't have many escort ships. Honestly, the timetable was a little bit ahead of what I was expecting here. Okay, we do have planes here to actually defend, thank bloody god. These swordfish, well, these biplanes are undefended, so hopefully we can actually destroy some of them, because I swear to god I am so tired of these guys. If I can disrupt this, then we could probably save additional ships. Okay, one of the evil fucking things are down. Apologies for swearing, but I just really hate biplanes. Right, critical hit one. There we go. Right, we should see Ki-43-1B join the battle at some point soon. I do need to get the Ki-43-1C variant out here. Haruna was a battleship, yes, so she's one of our capital ships. So at the end of the day, it does suck that she was hit. A fast battlecruiser. Well, true. I'm going to refer to her as a capital ship for the most part. And of course she was a battlecruiser. I mean, she's given the designation of battleship in-game, which is rather interesting. And she was lengthened from the original design, I believe, the Congo class. Well, not the Congo class, but the Congos. Yeah, it makes a video call to Swordfish 1 Haruna. God damn it. But yes. Of all ships to actually be hit, at the end of the day, these battle cruisers slash battleships are the ones that are probably most capable of dealing with it. They have half the durability of Zeros. Wow. Okay, so 5 of them do make it through. Please don't be Haruna. It's Congo. Okay. Right, so torpedo into Congo. I swear to God, they're just too good at what they do. It's bloody sickening. Okay, so she does take a single torpedo hit here. Oh God, there's another 10. How are they so goddamn good? This is rough. It's definitely rough here. Yeah, I'll probably get some aces, but we may see 2 capital ships destroyed here. Ideally not. Don't hit, you're gonna hit, aren't you? It's gonna hit, it's gonna hit, it's gonna hit. Don't hit. Just hit that, I don't care about that. Just don't hit my Congo. Okay, that's another one down. Oh, thank fuck for that. Yeah, well... she's gonna be very heavily damaged, if anything. Right. I mean, the good thing is, we do have additional landed forces to come. Which is very nice. Yeah, I have no carriers out this way. I wouldn't say catastrophic. Okay, so we have a couple of Ki-27s here. Yeah, the B-17s are trying to obviously hit the aircraft here. Now, they may be at an altitude low enough for these Ki-27s to actually have a somewhat decent go at them. But yes, going back to it, it's like, it's not catastrophic. Even if I was to completely lose them, even for Congo and Haruna to be sunk, it's not catastrophic. It's bad, don't get me wrong, it would be painful. It would hurt me. But at the end of the day, it wouldn't make that much of a difference in the war. Yeah. Well, our carriers are near the Philippines and obviously out to the Pacific. I do have 2 light carriers just by the Philippines here, but we need them on station just to help protect the invasion forces there, but afterwards they will be moved out towards the Malayan Peninsula. Yes. Yeah, my XGRG. I suppose at the end of the day, we have got to be rather bold, haven't we? I mean, if the ends justify the means, then I'll accept it. She's not been outright destroyed, so she may yet survive. If she can move, she can survive. I mean, of course, there will be follow-up attacks from the actual bombers, but we will definitely try to be, well, we can try to evade it. But yeah, so far, this has been a rather painful turn. We have lost a ship as well. I think it might be our first one lost, potentially. Other than, like, a midget submarine. Some 200 men as well go down. Okay, so, are we going to see 108 casualties again? Because that did hurt last time. How many casualties? 10 casualties this time. Yeah, Tojo production would be very nice. 10 B-17s damaged so far. That's pretty good news. The thing is, when are these B-17s going to be based? If we can figure out where that is, then at least we can strike at it. Okay. Ooh, yep, that destroyer minesweeper is going to go down. Yeah, she's definitely going to go down. This is where the war starts to heat up, it seems. Yeah, they only have light machine guns. They might have 7.7, was it 7.62, 7.76? I think it's 7.62, isn't it, the rifle cartridge? Yeah, she goes down. So we've lost an APD and a destroyer minesweeper so far, as well as an actual transport. So pretty rough, but at the end of the day, it's like, for example, with the invasion forces at Mersing, we are right next to Singapore, Fortress Singapore, where of course they do have large airfields and large amounts of aircraft. Okay, they're hunting HA-22. And she does take one hit, and she goes down. So we've lost HA... was it 1-6 that was abandoned due to damage? But the midget submarines are going down. Which is to be expected, considering that they are... yeah. THG is having a good turn so far. He will definitely be happy about holding the... battleships, well, battlecruisers, but we'll be able to survive. Okay, so we do reach Canton Island. Now this is going to be rather interesting. At least we do have things going on as well. Definitely not much here in the way of fire support. It seems there's 3 coastal guns. We do hit some US forces there. I've no idea what the garrison could be like. I've absolutely no idea. We do lose a gun on the landing. So we're currently hitting Guam and Canton Island at the same time. We will be hitting Mersing, it seems, as well. I do hope they will land this turn. If they don't land this turn, that's going to be rather intriguing. Right, yes, the unloading begins at Mersing. Okay, so now we are going to see a hell of a bombardment. I mean, take a look at this. These forces are moving, these forces are moving, these guys are moving. They're moving, everybody's moving. They are trying to escape. I need to take this rail line. If I can take this rail line, we can trap all of these forces in Malaya. Okay. Ideally, we should see a sufficient amount of firepower here to definitely reduce the defenders of Mersing. All of those no-flag islands, can you land on them and set up bases? I do believe so. I'm not entirely sure. I know you can establish bases. I think you need engineers, but I'm not entirely sure on that one. Okay, what we'll do then is speed things up. Okay, so we did see bombardment there from... I'm sure I saw a battleship. Yes, Haruna is still fighting. She's heavily damaged, but she did contribute here. Okay, so 27 casualties. Only 22 allied casualties here. Definitely not the results I was expecting from that amount of firepower, but at the end of the day, we should be okay. So we have the 22nd Australian Brigade. We do have additional landing forces to come here, so we'll see how things go. Okay, so we have our deliberate attack over here. Kind of glad that I didn't go for a shock attack. Yeah, definitely glad I did not go for a shock attack. So no decisive victory there. So we will potentially have to divert additional forces here. Okay, so we have our first deliberate attack at Hong Kong. This is going to be rather important. So what we need to do here at Hong Kong is we need to grind down the fortifications. We do have an additional division as well as additional artillery here, which is quite handy. So the attack has definitely been strengthened. Ideally, it will be enough to see Hong Kong ours within the month. Which I can imagine, sorry, I don't think it will take as long. We've had some good luck so far. A single brigade holding Mersing? Well, we'll have to see what the numbers are like. It was suggesting something in the way of like 4,000, which is rather impressive. Well, the first force is... well, in China, I didn't actually know the strength of those forces there. You've got to remember, it's like we only have vague information at times. There's reinforcements nearby, so they will be reinforced. Okay, so the Kowloon Brigade is taking hits. The other forces there have been diminished quite quickly. So you can see the damage to our divisions is hurting. We'll have to take a look at the actual losses and the actual casualties. Casualties can be replenished and can be replaced. Obviously the men lost do hurt. Yeah, ideally, if we play our cards right, we'll take Hong Kong pretty quickly. I mean, with the additional division here, it shouldn't take too long. I mean, there's a lot of guns here. what I'll have to do then is probably give them time to rest as well, just make sure we take a look at the disruption and fatigue. I mean, if it fell this turn, I'd be fucking... yeah, I'd be very happy. I don't think it will fall this turn because we are shock attacking. Yeah, see, the battle is now over. Reduces fortifications to 2. Okay, yep, so I'm going to say maybe 3 more turns potentially. As we lose 1,181 casualties there. Only 6 destroyed, 2 destroyed, 46 disabled, 6 disabled, 21 disabled, so not bad at all. You bombarded and only hit 1, or likelihood is just a single brigade. Well, that'd be fantastic. Okay, so we can see here 4 squads destroyed, 123 disabled, 1 destroyed, 9 disabled. We knocked out, well, we destroyed 2 guns and disabled 6, which is quite good. Can you actually see your manpower availability somewhere? Yes, it's kind of abstracted in terms of manpower. I'll put it this way, we're not going to run out of manpower for the army. It's not really going to be an issue. The only place where we could really run out of manpower is really in terms of pilots, I suppose. Okay, so that went well. So we've reduced the fortifications from level 3 down to level 2, which is very good. So probably 2 more turns. If we ideally remove 1 level of fortification each turn, then that shouldn't take us too long. Okay, we are bombarding this core over here. Okay. So if we shock attack at the gun, this is just to take the actual base here. Yes. Banzai. Shock attack at Canton Island. Yes, here we go. It's a base force, I think. I'm not entirely sure what this is, but Banzai. Surrendered. Ah, thank God. Okay, so 430 allied prisoners of war there. Brilliant, and now we have secured Canton Island. Okay, so the 124th here, obviously not in huge numbers. We do have the 22nd Australian Brigade. Was the Australian Brigade the actually the best troops? I can't remember if they were supposedly meant to be the best troops. We will have reinforcements come in. Okay, yep, another allied shock attack at Ichang. Yep, as predicted from the division arriving from over this way. Well, corps arriving from this end. Now, the numbers here are reduced from the first battle, but at the end of the day, a lot of these troops are still very tired. We did take a lot of casualties, but not many actual losses outright. So we should definitely be able to repulse the attack at Ichang, and really inflict quite heavy casualties upon the Chinese attackers here, which is going to be rather encouraging. So we've had a lot of mixed things this turn. We've captured Vigan, we've captured Canton. That's an engineering unit. Ah, one of the 7. So the 22nd is an engineering unit. Or is that the other unit there? Yeah, that's shock attack, definitely. Okay, so let's see here. Fortifications have not been reduced. We lose 4 squads, 102 disabled, 4 disabled, 1 disabled. Let's take a look at... yeah, okay. And an additional 3,346 casualties for the Chinese forces. 30 squads destroyed, 394 disabled, 132, 121. 2 guns destroyed and 19 disabled. Oh wow, so he doesn't get any more of those engineering units. That's very good then. So we can take that out. That'd be actually quite damaging for him. Okay, allied shock attack over here at... oh wow, bad timing for me to attack then, wasn't it? He may actually take the base here. Yeah, he captures it back. Damn, that was a bad time for me to attack, wasn't it? Okay, that's no issues. I can counter-attack there and retake the base. It's not a big issue. Yeah, that definitely was a bad time for me to choose to deliberately attack. Bad timing. Oh, Canton. Oh, right, okay. Well, that's pretty good news then. I was wondering what that unit was. Well, that's very handy then. We actually destroyed it outright. Fantastic. Right, fortifications expanding. Yeah, so at least we do have further fortifications at Ichang now once more, which is quite good. So yes, very mixed bag of a turn there. We've taken a few objectives that we did want. I mean, taking Canton Island has actually been relatively painless. We've managed to destroy apparently a valuable engineering unit there, so that's very good news. And we have the base available to us now. So it's going to be rather interesting as to what's going to happen. Will we force THG's hand out via the Pacific in terms of carriers? If that happens, that would be rather intriguing. Haruna has been hauled 4 times. We will definitely take a look at her damage and really run a quick assessment on her, well, her viability. Right, the first Sentai has arrived at Kotoburu. Interesting. Kanoya KUK has arrived, okay. So, Canton Island is important due to its strategic location, really. Yes, we will check on the damage shortly, don't worry about that one. So yeah, this is pretty good. So we captured here. There's damage to the base, yeah, relatively high damage to the port, but we do have a level 2 port with a level 2 airfield as well. So we do have a pretty good to go port there, so that's fantastic. Hello, hello. Why do we have a light cruiser here? That's intriguing. Congo was torpedoed as well. Why did they not meet? I might have actually messed that up. Okay, that's not too bad. We can have them meet up next turn then. It's rather strange that they went... I thought I gave them orders. I must have just missed giving them correct orders there. Okay, it's not an issue. We can fix that one quite easily. Okay. Submarines moving into the Coral Sea. Right, so we secure their additional 30 victory points, very handy. What do we actually have on the island? So we have 571 fuel. That's pretty good, actually. That's enough to actually refuel, and to actually put some fuel back into the ships there. Very nice. Okay, so yeah, we'll go ahead and take a look at the actual damage here. So, right, Haruna has taken a lot of damage here. Not, well, supposedly heavy damage. But in reality, it's not too bad. She's taken a lot of flotation damage, so she's taken on a lot of water. But when you actually take a look at the systems damage and the engine damage, she's actually not too badly hit. She's able to run. Yeah, so she's got major flood damage and major engine damage. But she will survive. She will make it. Indeed, she will make it. Congo. Yeah, she took some damage here due to flooding. But she can make it. So... this is interesting. What we can do now is definitely assign more fighters over this position. We do have a lot of AA here. It is going to increase as further ships do arrive. So the situation is, yes, okay, so 4,600 troops over here. The 124th Battalion is unloading. They're the first ones to arrive. Yes, it is critical. I know it's bad, but don't worry about it. We can deal with it. We'll see how she goes. She might make it. I'm going to put them down to cruise speed, just in case that may have an effect on her. We do have additional assets coming in, so she will be okay. She's going to make it. If she doesn't make it, then we'll mourn her loss. But if these troops actually do succeed in this mission, it will make a massive difference here. Yes, there's a lot of troops here moving. It's been a bloody turn. I'm not going to say anything otherwise. It has been a very bloody turn. There's a lot of ships in there. Okay. I mean, in my opinion, I think bloody biplanes are too goddamn bloody strong. It's almost sickening how strong they are, but hey. What I'm tempted to do here is then potentially detach them as a separate force, potentially. The thing is, do I move her? He may sally out here to attack. That is a risk. If I move, I'm going to have to move at reduced speed. Yeah, I mean, this is it. This is the question. We'll just say now, at the end of the day, it will suck if we lose her, but it will not mean the end of the war. It'll hurt, but you take a look at what we did over here at Pearl Harbor. A lot of these actual battleships were torpedoed there. Of course, they are right there, they can remain in port, and they have all the shipyard facilities. But at the end of the day, he did take a lot of battleships taking damage there. If I was you, I would leave the cruisers and the 1BB and have some DDs go with her back to port, as well as make sure the naval bombers cover your force. Yes, indeed. Now that would possibly be a good plan. mean, this is it. We've got to figure out what the best thing is here. So we'll not make any decisions as of yet. We'll have a little bit of time to think over it and then decide there. Okay, so forces are moving out here. We'll take a look over the rest of the turn, and then we'll come back here. Now, what does intrigue me is this over here. I do find that rather interesting. Supposedly a light cruiser. I doubt it's a carrier. I really do doubt that. We need reprisals. If Haruna thinks, can we kidnap historical gamers family? That's pretty funny, actually. I like that. Yes, we'll take a look and see if we've had any additional aces. Now, what I want to do first and foremost is take a look at the operations report here. Okay, so we occupy the base. Yeah, the 52nd Naval Guard packing for load. Yeah, we do lose some troops and equipment there. Nothing much. Those are the forces that are going to be heading towards Midway ASAP. HE-18 has been abandoned due to heavy damage. Obviously, that was a midget submarine. Right. I suppose at the end of the day, it may be worthwhile just to have Congo and Haruna remain on station and potentially just continue the bombardment. We do have additional ships arrived in the area, and we can definitely dedicate additional fighter cover to her. So it may be more prudent to stay. I think at the end of the day, if we do move her, she's going to be out at sea, and there's no ports too terribly close by. I will have to take a look at her tonnage, and I'll look and see if there's a port that could potentially handle her. But the thing is, we do have to be extremely careful, because at the end of the day, she will be hunted. I think my fear is really at the moment, will THG sally forth with the Prince of Wales and the battlecruiser Repulse? If he does, well, he may do that after seeing the damage done to my battleships. Well, Congo and Haruna. I keep saying battleships, but that's because of the game designation. The worry is that he actually does sally out there and he does go and attack them, because obviously them being in a weakened state. However, I do have a lot of submarines in the area, so I suppose I do have pretty good anti-surface defenses, but against the air it's pretty difficult. We'll have to see. We'll take a look at the aircraft losses. Don't worry about that. Okay. So, yep, credited with kill number 2. Parry. Messing, yep, okay. I didn't see an attack on Canton. That's rather interesting. PT-33 is reported hit. It's been a very bloody turn, actually. There's been quite a few ships sunk this turn. Right, either of those allied aircraft. Credited with kill number 2. Kill number 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Oh, I do see a lot of them actually destroying their way back. Temporary flotation repairs failing. Yeah, she goes down. But you take a look at this. We did capture Vigan, we captured Canton Island, we captured Hainan. Well, actually, the Allied forces captured Hainan, which sucks, but we can deal with that one rather easily. Obviously, then we see the fortification expansion. Okay, so these forces have seen some devices upgraded, which is quite nice. The reason they're seeing that is because obviously they're on rest and training, so I think they do receive new equipment as well. We do have new leaders available here. Yeah, that's a shame. Loss of the APD OI on the 11th of December 1941 is admitted, yep, as well as the destroyer minesweeper W9. We had a new transport arrive, so at least that one's going to be replaced. I mean, this one won't... Ideally, it's not a important one. First Sentai arrives at Kotobaru, and Kanoya KUK 1 arrives at Takao. Okay. If you lose Congo and Haruna, what if you push this Force C into Mersing? Yeah, that's what I was talking about. And this is it, I would definitely do it myself, but the thing is that we do have, let's take a look around Singapore. So we have 1 submarine, 2 submarines, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We do have multiple ones. What I will do is I will move them to cover the Mersing landings here. I'll move them to cover this area here. And ideally we do cover it in a heavy amount of CBBC. Right, that may be the Prince of Wales and the battle cruiser Repulse. She may be just south of Singapore. That's rather intriguing. We will move our submarines to set up a defensive network then. We definitely will do that. It's been an interesting turn. I suppose at the end of the day, I would rather have an interesting turn than an uneventful one. We've had some things go rather well. Others not so well. But at least now that we have Canton, that is another island taken. Which is very good news. So did we take Wake Island last turn? So I think Wake fell turn before. Canton Island has fallen now. Forces are on their way towards Midway as we speak. We'll have Kiributai refueled next turn. Yeah, so we have the oiler here. Yes, okay. So we have the Midway transports on their way too. Okay. Now that will probably take them, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 day there, so that'd be the 12th, I guess, it'll arrive here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be the 13th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. 14th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 16th. Did I say 14th or 15th? 15th? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, so she'll probably arrive here somewhere after December 20th, somewhere in that region, like 20th, 21st, 22nd, somewhere around that area. Probably even less. She might move faster than that, depending. I might increase the speed on her as she closes in. Okay. So we do have assets moving as well. So we are moving a force towards Tarawa. We do have additional forces that will be moving towards the base of Suva, which is very nice. Our submarines are moving, as I said, into the Coral Sea and into the Tasman Sea. So the I-10 is moving towards, is it Melbourne or Sydney? Yes, towards Melbourne. Very nice. Okay. Tanker. Rather interested in tempting target. Okay, let's take a look at what arrived over here to Kotobaru then. We did have an additional force arrive. So I'm seeing the first Sentai. That's rather interesting. Okay, but what I can do with them is I can have them... Now, would I have them on Combat Air Patrol? I think I would have them on Combat Air Patrol. So what I'll do is I'll have the entire squadron out on Combat Air Patrol. Would I be better off having the entire squadron? But we'll assign them the target of over-mersing. Now, they're not great fighters, but at the end of the day, if we just had a decent number of fighters, that would be very nice. Are you going to send aircraft to the islands you captured? I will do when I get the opportunity to do so. If I have the range with the patrol aircraft, then I might consider sending them now, but I don't think I will do. We will be dispatching a, well, CVE to the area, or 2 CVEs to the area rather soon, so we can actually begin to move them using these escort carriers. What do you guys reckon then? Should we have the entire squadron on Combat Air Patrol and have them dedicated out that way? Would I be better off having them on Combat Air Patrol or Long Range Combat Air Patrol? That is the question. Okay. Right, so they are targeted over Mersing. Okay. So, let's take a look at the forces that we have here at Mersing. We did lose about 200 of them. So, the 124 should have been around about 1,000 men. Obviously, a few of them. Right, set them to Long Range Combat Air Patrol. That might have been why we didn't see additional forces then. Okay, so we'll do that then. So Long Range Combat Air Patrol. Fantastic. Okay. There's been a lot happening here. Yeah, we'll definitely cover the fleet. I think what we'll do then is we'll call off the attacks on Kuantan, and instead have those bombers actually head over to Mersing. Long Range Combat Air... Right, okay, 20% rest just in case. Good idea. We'll go for that then. Okay, reduce that by 20%. Okay, superb. I may move additional fighter aircraft over here just to make sure. it's going to be rather interesting. At the end of the day, he is going to send additional aircraft over this way. So if we actually take a look at aircraft losses this turn, it's going to be rather intriguing, I can assure you. So take a look at today. So, I mean, to be honest, you look at this. Today he has lost 15 P-40E Warhawks. That's a lot of losses there. He's also lost 11 Wildebeest too, so at least he's lost quite a few of them. He's lost 5 Swordfish. And today these are worthless, but they are bloody fucking effective at what they do. 4 Buffalo. We did lose 3 Ki-43-1Bs, as well as just 1 A6720. But he's definitely losing a lot more. Yeah, I mean, this is really good numbers for us. Very good numbers. Quite happy with that one. It's a shame that we've lost so many A672s. And 56 of that was from the first turn, which really hurt. I can't believe how effective that AA was. I would love to know why it was so goddamn effective. But ah well, we'll continue. We can still win this. Indeed. So guys, what would you reckon now? What would you like to see next? Do let me know. We'll go from there. I think we'll probably try and get some orders actually issued this turn. I'm still in a little bit of shock here regarding the, like, potential losses there. As Lupus says, it's very heavy damage in the flotation department. I'm talking it down because I do want her to survive. I feel that she may survive. But if she goes down, she goes down. We'll have to deal with that. Also, those Buffaloes are his best starting pilots. Well, that's very good to know then. Okay. Yeah, I mean, let's take a look over here then. So you take a look at the actual armor here. So this is armor belt, deck, and tower. So I believe the actual torpedoes will be hitting the belt armor. So that's 200mm of steel. And you compare that to other ships in the fleet here, like Takao, for example, which is a heavy cruiser. She has half that armor. Half of it. We did see another ship actually hit, didn't we? I'll have to look for that one. Aces. Okay. Well, what we're going to do here is we're going to quickly save. And then what I will do is load it up in the tracker. She'll make it. She will make it. Well, they were set to strafe. But, yeah, possibly so. She will make it. If she doesn't make it, then okay, that's fine. That's fair enough. But if not... I just know you want to say now, don't you, Lupus? You just want to be like, yeah, I told you so. I'm rather intrigued to see... I'm rather intrigued the fact that we didn't see a actual attack over here from the air. That's rather intriguing. And what's the best way to save Haruna? Send to port somewhere, wait to get Mersing and dock there. Well, I don't think she'd be able to dock at Mersing considering her port capacity. But if she was able to have some pier-side repair, that would be quite nice. It'd be better than anything. Yeah, look at her speed. Her speed is 2 knots. She's very heavily damaged here. Very heavily damaged. I don't know. So full speed for her is only 5 knots. Yeah, she's very, very heavily damaged. But she's still alive, and that's what matters. The thing is, if I break them off from the group, we do lose a lot of this AA. It's a difficult question. We do have additional assets coming in, so it may actually distract his forces. I'm not too happy that I lost the destroyer transport. I quite like them. I'm not happy about losing APDs. Ah, damn. Also swap all light float plane production to the Jakes. They're just too much of an upgrade. Yeah, you are bloody right. I mean, they have massive, massive range. We'll do that shortly. Let's go ahead and take a look at the actual tracker here. Yes, my desktop is awful. I am completely aware of that. Okay. Rough. Just putting her in full speed make... Yeah, if you put her to full speed, she will definitely die. Can you transfer anything out from the Haruna just in case? I can't take anything from Haruna. It'd be nice to think they could take, like, ammunition or something, but no, alas. She would have probably survived the first 2 torpedoes. The additional 2 torpedoes after that were really quite painful. Oh, what am I doing here? I hope she survives. She has very low chances of surviving. I'm just trying to be really positive about it. I mean, it's like I'm not daft. I know the reality here is she's more than likely dead. But I will survive. So says Haruna. I'm gonna make it. Not that one. 135. I need to delete some of these older saves, actually. Okay, let's run the tracker. I suppose we had a couple turns without losses, so it was inevitable. Okay. Are these now finished? Or is that just telling us that they have actually started? But anyway, we'll load the turn here. What a rough turn. And then transport planes to Salentina. Yeah, I mean, if she does survive, it will be a miracle, as you say. We'll see. We'll see. It bugs me because I don't want to give THG anything to brag about. I think that's what bugs me more. Okay. But if we take a look at this, obviously Hainan was recaptured by Allied forces, but I can deal with that one, no issue. We did capture Canton, Legaspi, Began. So we captured 3 bases. Obviously 2 of them were foregone conclusions. But capturing Canton Island was very good. Okay, so the APD Oyo was sunk, the Destroyer Minesweeper W9 was sunk. We did lose the Zinzan Marul. With an additional 200 troops there, which sucks. The midget submarine HA-18 was abandoned. HA-22 was destroyed. Okay. We do have... Yeah, these are the midget submarines that we created just to test them out. The 52nd Division has reached Nagasaki. Okay, so we have a lot of these land units reaching their destinations here. Unpacked, reached their destinations, okay. New leaders have arrived. Interesting. Hosho. Group size changed, new size is 10, new size is 10, sorry. Very nice. Okay, points, that is going down obviously as we are building up the vehicle production. Right. Let's take a look at the actual chart here. 6,191, obviously that is reduced due to the fact that we have really kickstarted the R&D. Well and truly kickstarted the R&D. I don't recall if you still make nets, but you should swap them over to making Oscars. Well, I was thinking with the actual KI-27s to continue producing them while we had the engines. Well, I'm not producing the engines, but I'm producing the airframes. I suppose if you think it's worthwhile, we could swap over them now. I suppose probably is, considering that these aircraft aren't really worthwhile, are they? We'll take a look at that. We'll take a look. Okay. So what I want to find out here then, if we go to oil and resources, let's take a look at Japan. So resource history. So of course we are still losing resources here, obviously due to the fact that we are spending them. You can see that the amount of supply has gone down dramatically due to the fact that we're obviously kickstarting the R&D. But that's fine, we won't see a massive drop like that for some time. We will get to a point where we're probably producing supplies. But we just need to bring in additional resources here, definitely. Oil's going down at a much lower rate, so is fuel. Okay. Let's see, resource surplus. Yeah. Pretty bad then. Oh dear. Okay, let's go by heavy industry. And there we go. So still about 19 days, 20 days, 33 days. Okay. Right. Let's go here to our aircraft production then. Status is building. Sell them by month. Okay, so yeah, it seems like we're gaining a additional A6720 per day now. Well, what I mean is an additional number here at the end of the month. So this is the total monthly production. So it was, I think, 59 last turn, so it's now 60. So we are getting that additional 0 over the course of a month, which is very good. We're producing 2 of them a day, which is not huge numbers. We do definitely want to keep that up. Well, increase that. I have an idea for Haruna. What is the port size of in Kotabaru? Try to make her limp over there at cruise speed and try to make essential pier-side repairs. Yes, we do have a list of ship production. We'll take a look at that one in a moment, really. Okay. So I guess what we'll do then is we'll switch over the production of the Ki-27s then to the Ki-43 1C Oscars, then that sounds about right. Yeah, we'll go with that. And we'll have to eliminate models that aren't really worthwhile as well. Really got Albert speed on this economy. Cruise speed is the best we've got. If we send her at mission speed, it's risky. If we send her at full speed, she's definitely dead. We'll take a risk on it. I'm going to take a look at the actual ship production here then. So ship production. Okay. So we can see here obviously the ships. So we did accelerate the construction of the Yunyo and the Hiyo. So I'm seeing there the 19th of February and the 5th of April. Now, let's see. We'll go back into game. Bring that up. Okay, so let's take a look. What could I do here? Can you sort by type? Type of ship? Oh, right, okay, sure. Thank you very much, Black Star. We'll go to our production there. Okay, we'll sort by type. There you go. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll take a look at the actual engine production as well. Not gonna lie, if this war was real life, I'd tell Haruna's captain to ground the ship into Mersing. Yeah. Yeah. Good point really, isn't it? I mean, this is it, isn't it? It's been done before. I don't know. I think she has a chance to survive. No, you're more than welcome there, Black Star. Thank you very much. Any help is appreciated. Okay, so we can see that the expansion of the HA-35s is going ahead, as well as the HA-33s, 32s, and 34s. We do need to evaluate, well, re-evaluate which engines do need to be increased. Well, he got... I think it's the actual bloody biplanes. I don't know. They just seem too good. Like, almost too good, compared to just other aircraft. But, I don't know, I'm just being salty. I don't like my ships being hit, so I'm being salty. I'm a salty fucker today. Oh, god damn it, they actually made it past me. You sons of bitches. We'll try and catch them. Right. Here's a number of ships here. Okay, so we have the additional invasion here. So just under 10,000 troops there, about 9,300. Led by the heavy cruiser Maya, and Ashigara. So they're going to be landing over here at Maban. Okay. Which is good. We've landed here. We can begin to move our troops up the coast now. So we need to move pretty rapidly. We've captured and secured the base here. I know. To be honest, I did have a second squadron. I suppose this is it. I'll admit fault then. I'll admit it probably wasn't the best idea to have a squadron covering over here. I'll admit that. But again, there should have been an actual air attack here, so it's one of those where my point looks crap because nothing happened here. But we'll have the other squadron sent to assist. It would have been nice in Wonder Pacific you could construct new ships if you had the production to do so. Yeah. That's really cool. It would have been interesting. Okay, so what we're going to do then is just deal with the Haruna first and foremost. I think what I'll do is land additional aircraft over here if we have them available. I think I have some A6M2s somewhere nearby. Yeah, I have 18 A6M2s over here. I'm going to move those bad boys over. So we'll have them transferred. Okay. Yeah. They do really fucking good. Really, really fucking good. They've been given a target of Mersing. I'll have to see if I can actually select the task force, but it does look as though they're actually just targeting Mersing in general. I think that's obviously because of the task force being present there in Mersing. Okay. So Singora has 20 support, so I suppose I should go to Singora. They definitely have the range. So we'll go over here to Singora then, at least where we do have additional support. And yeah, they're currently on long range combat air patrol at 80 and then 20 rest. So we'll have them target... Right, there we go, so we actually can target the task force. That's good news. That's very good. Yes, I just want them to be closer, just to be able to coordinate ideally better with other fighter aircraft. If we could actually go out in larger numbers, it does increase the actual chance that we could just completely halt the attacks there. Right. Let's make sure they're actually targeted then. So 105. Apparently it's out of our range. No, that's wrong. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay, that was really strange. Right, we have them. We'll issue the same orders to our other aircraft. So, right, yeah, there they are. One of them was damaged on the way over. That's fine. Okay. $105. Yep, 105. Select all fighters. Yep, that can do so. Okay. So, let's take a look over here. The AMC, yeah, looks as though it doesn't have the fuel to really go anywhere, so it's going back to Mersing. Well, actually, can I take that AMC? No, I can't take it here. What we'll do then is just replenish at sea here to spread that fuel out. So going up on the list, Topsy to Sally, Falia to Tina. Okay. Right. Send Haruna to Kotobaru with 2 to 3 DDs. I'd be tempted to send more, to be fair. Kotobaru. She does have a port capacity of 4. Port capacity of 2 over there. Okay, what is her weight? What's her tonnage? Haruna's tonnage is 35,740 tons. What can we manage at Kotobaru? I forget what the numbers are. She might be able to do it. I think she can dock there. Depending on how you feel about supply use versus having more optional bombers 2 months earlier. I think when it comes to supply use, it's probably better to get the actual aircraft. At the end of the day, we do have to really, well, win this. Otherwise, we're just going to be screwed in the long run. You can convert the Lily, Ida, and Scenarios to the Sallys. That's good to know. Okay. What do you guys think then? Do we detach the Haruna? Or do we have her stay in place where she can possibly bombard? There's a slim chance of her survival either way, really. So we do have to be fully prepared for that. That we may see our first big loss there in terms of their capital. I'm thinking we'll try the Kotobaru option. At least we did knock out a good number of actual bombers here, so that does make our job easier. There are obviously quite a few here. Okay, detach. We'll go ahead and do that. Do we detach the Congo as well? It might be worth it to detach the Congo and Haruna together. What do you think about detaching them together, really? I suppose at the end of the day, it does increase the chance that she may survive. You would say keep her there. Oh dear. I don't know. I do see the merit in getting her to Kotobaru, but then again, it's like we have the best chance to keep her safe as well as the Congo safe if we have them in the same location. That, and if she dies at sea, like she does have a very high chance, but if she dies at sea, then she serves no purpose. If she dies at Mersing bombarding the enemy, right. I mean, I will be redeploying the submarines, obviously, to increase the amount of coverage, and that's a bloody certainty. Definitely a certainty there. Okay, okay. I'm going to say the other cruisers will come. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's like, for example, we do have reinforcements only a short time out. We have a additional heavy cruiser there, light cruiser, a number of DDs and torpedo boats. An additional light cruiser here. Yeah, down to fight. Okay. If Congo stays alone, she would be the main target of an SR attack. Well, this is it. He did... What? He lost like 11 of them? Give or take. So, I suppose the thing is, we are going to be committing additional air assets. We will have, ideally, additional AA assets as well. I mean, I suppose the thing is, we do have the actual infantry here. They don't have much in the way of AA, but if they have anything, it will definitely help. I don't think they'll be able to contribute much, but I suppose having them there might be worthwhile. I should have given them an actual bloody objective over here to Mersing. That was me bloody fucking that one out. Fuck's sake. I would do whatever you could to save the Bellow Cruiser. We do have torpedo. What I'll do is actually have the actual naval bombers targeted around this area then. Yeah. I can't catch it this turn with these troops here. What happens when you disband a ship? Does it return to the pool? What he means by disband is basically you disband it from an actual task force, so it would remain in the actual port itself. It doesn't go anywhere. It's just in the actual port. So, we'll see what we can do here. You know what? I've got a really cool idea. I think... Because I've been thinking about this one. I think as part of like ideas for new merchandise, I think what would be a really cool idea is I was there, like a t-shirt, or like mugs or something. I was there the day Haruna either sank or survived. I think that could be kind of cool. So yeah, that'd be kind of cool actually. So we could either have like the Haruna like triumphantly escaping the biplanes or gloriously going down under their onslaughts. It all comes down to the flotation damage. That's the one thing that we can't guarantee. I mean, we can always guarantee that the biplanes are going to come back, but at least I can do things to actively aid against them. But flotation damage is another one. It's very difficult. Right. Given Mersing is so close to his airbase, you can be sure he will return with whatever is left. Especially now he has blood in the water, I suppose. Okay. I think what we're going to do, because we have a pretty good idea of where Prince of Wales is, as well as the Repulse, she's more than likely here. I do hope he actually does consider the blood in the water scenario. Black Star, if you could actually edit the document that we had going, that'd be great. It's just, I am taking a look at what you're doing here. It's just, I may end up forgetting here just in the terms of the stream, and if I don't do it in this stream, I'll definitely do it either off cam or next time. So if you could send me that over, that'd be great. Or obviously edit that document. Again, he did lose 10 plus biplanes in this round, so yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's it's funny the way. Just get 1 or 2 squadrons fighting over Mersing. Well, we have the KI-43 1Bs, the 1As. I do have now the A6M20s as well. Yeah, I mean, this is it. In the grand scheme of things, yes, it isn't a big loss. It's more of a morale loss. I really don't want to have one of my big ships lost to THG, because I know he's going to fucking love it. And it burns me inside, but he will enjoy that. Ah, dear. Send her home, or send herself, and use her guns in every base she can reach. Well, she can't go nowhere really at 5 knots, so she's going to remain here. Okay. They are moving to Mersing, I'm like 80% sure of that. With your BBs wounded, would be insane not to try and disrupt the invasion force. Force Z is coming. Okay, let's get ready for this then. So let's take our naval bombers. This could be a very interesting scenario. It could be the opportunity to actually kill them if they do come. Now, how many do I want out searching here? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have about... I mean, they're not very large, are they? I'll have 20% of the squadron out there. I'm going to reduce this down. So 20% of the squadron is going to be out there searching. 80% will be able to attack if an enemy is discovered. They all have the torpedoes. The first bombardment was not effective. That may be due to the actual... I don't know why, but they can be very effective. Trust me, they will be effective. Are there any squadrons around Saigon that you can redirect over Mersing? I will definitely take a look shortly. But what we're going to do here is we're going to set up our actual naval bombers here to protect Mersing. I'll increase their range as well to make sure that they covered out here. In fairness, I could increase their range and have them... I mean, they would be potentially threatened by the fighters over here at Singapore. That is a real possibility. But we'll see about that. Hello there, Sultan. Well, Sultan, you've arrived just at a time of crisis. Safe to say. Okay, let's increase that range there. I'll take a look at that in just a moment. 10% search arcs around Mersing. Okay. So, yes, Sultan. Haruna has been torpedoed 4 times. Congo has been torpedoed once. We lost a APD, and we lost a transport ship. But we have arrived, well, on the transport ship we did lose about 200 men. The 124th Infantry Battalion has arrived here at Mersing. The other reinforcements are on their way. I may put them on full speed just to make sure they get here. Yep, they're on full speed. Okay, fantastic. Add more to that search arc. Yeah, don't worry, we definitely will do. What I'm considering here is perhaps, you know what, yeah, you know what, we could potentially actually split off the torpedo boats. Then again, they're not going to be very effective on their own. They would be pretty much just gunned down, won't they? Interesting. Right. What do you guys think to potentially dispatch in raiders then? Like, maybe further down the coast from Mersing, the idea being that they could be there to potentially disrupt any force. Short story, shit hit the fan, yeah, and it kept on spinning. Okay, so let's get our naval bomber set up properly then. We can kill Force Z. We definitely can. Should they arrive, they will be destroyed. Why are they flying? They're not flying at night. Don't worry, I'll not fly them at night. Not at night? Use them at night. Oh, do you mean the raiders? Yeah, we could use the raiders at night. I mean, small groups, they are very effective, but obviously in the day they would be destroyed. I don't think I can... I don't know, can I actually tell them to only attack in the... at night? I'm not entirely sure on that one. We'll see, we'll see. Okay. Let's set up these actual arcs then. So we're thinking 10% search. Yeah, we'll go with 10% then, I guess. I mean, 10% of each squadron is going to be a couple of them. Raiders will be good if the enemy air forces attack again. They might hit the light ships instead. Yeah, that's very true. So we're thinking torpedo boats. Yeah, that's why I was thinking of the torpedo boats, due to the fact that they're very small, so they would be very difficult for their aircraft to hit if they were actually to be attacked. I suppose at the end of the day, he's probably going to target this here. We'll see. He may not do so, but I would imagine he probably would do. But it would be very handy just to have additional Picket ships out here. Okay, 10% surge. Right, we'll set up the actual arc here. Let's increase the range. We'll go for full range, I suppose. Okay. If the game could actually let me move, that'd be nice. Okay, don't worry about that. I just need to move the map further down just so I can actually set this up properly. Okay, so I'll just set them all to max range here at the moment, just so I can actually see that range on the map. Okay, so that would be to... Is it potentially this line here? Right. Right. Okay, so set all of them to that setting there. We'll give them the proper arc then. God damn it. Just one sec, I just need to actually move the screen down. Bloody irritating sometimes. The UI can be a pain in the arse. Okay. We'll up it to 20%. I mean, this squadron... Actually, no. I'd say 10% of this squadron... well, then again, 10% of this squadron is obviously significantly more aircraft than this one. No, we'll stick with 10%. We'll stick with 10. What I could do is possibly have some naval aircraft, search aircraft around this area to, like, sort of concentrate in there. But let's just get this set up. Now, I do not want to hit the port of Singapore. Do not want to do that. What I may have to do then is actually restrict the range. I'm going to say restrict the range to around about here, so I'll have to bring that down. And then have that about there, give or take. So let's see here. Think counterclockwise. Okay. I really wish it gave you the actual degree here. I've not seen a protraction in a long time, so forgive me. Right, okay, so that's going the opposite way. Yeah, 15, so just outside of Singapore. That's what I'm thinking as well. There we go. Yeah, okay, so just 10 more degrees. That's what we need. So we'll reduce that range. Let's see, so if I knock that down to 16, where we're looking at? Yeah, okay, so maybe even 14. We'll try about 14. You can always spin it as a trap. Okay. Sounds radar. We'll be able to discuss that one, don't worry about that. Okay. Ah, thank you very much, mate. Yeah, I might actually edit this a little bit more, actually. Obviously, like, narrow the cone down. Right, just up that again. Hmm. Okay, so I'd have all day coverage there. What I'll do then is... Okay, so if I do that, I have all day coverage here. I need to hit them before they arrive, however. So 220. No. I could push that range a little bit further. But then again, I think that's sufficient. What do you guys think then? So we'd have all day coverage here with actual bombers. So of course it wouldn't cover Mersing directly, but at the end of the day, if we detect them on their way to Mersing, we'd be able to attack them. We do have a lot of submarines in the area as well. So we will of course move them to form a... well, a sort of defensive depth of our ships here. See, this is what I love. It's like we've spent the vast majority of this actual session here talking about defending our ships here, about saving them. Yeah. Yeah, definitely don't want to go over Singapore. I know that one for sure. I know it's only shown for that squadron, don't worry about that. Okay. We'll do that then. I guess what we'll do then is we'll have Unit 423, obviously, over this area. We'll have 7-6 here. Actually, I think what we'll do then, we'll have 422. So 422 is the other squadron of only 9 aircraft. I think what we might do then is, let's go ahead here and set this on a map. So I'm going to set this... fucking... I wish I could still move it. The screen just, like, locks up when you're doing things like this. Like, it actually doesn't just let you bloody move the screen, which is fucking annoying. Right, let me move. Right, there we go, okay. We do still have some second lane mines. I think they'd have to go back home to, obviously, replenish. I mean, with the mines, it's like, I get the idea. The only issue is, it's like, this is like sort of coastalish water, so they'd last longer, but I don't think we'd have enough mines to make it potentially worthwhile. There's always the possibility that we'd run into our own mines as well. We have a number of different options here, so what we're going to do is obviously deploy our submarines in this area. What I'm thinking here is actually taking these bad boys. So let's see, we were looking at 220 for that region. So it's up this over here then. So I'm thinking maybe 210. Let's see what 210 looks like. Okay, so 210 is a little bit too far out. I'm looking for... 422. Okay, so if we take a look at 422, that covers this area, but obviously that isn't going to be great. So what we'll do then is 220 again. But, right, so your range is actually quite high out here. What we'll do then is see about the range at 15. So 15 doesn't cover Singapore. I'm a little bit worried about that. So what I'll do here then is we'll try 210 again, see how 210 looks. No, it's too much. If I could have like a couple degrees shifted. Oh yes, you keep reminding me about the art mod. I will put the art mod in at some point. I just keep forgetting about it, to be fair. And trust me, I will put it in at some point. Okay. Concerned that these bombers might be vulnerable to enemy fighters. To be honest, if he has fighters in the area, if he for some reason sends out a lot of them around Mersing, could be painful. I suppose very much so. He does have fighters here. I guess it depends really. At the end of the day, if we take those losses, but yet... See, we don't have a heading for the Prince of Wales here. We don't have a heading. Okay, we're going to go with 2-2. We'll set them all to the same here. Set all G3M2 Nels. Now, all of these G3M2 Nels have actual torpedoes as well, which is very good. Okay, so let's just double check that they're all covered in this area. Well, obviously not you, but... Okay. Now that's at 15. What do you guys think? Do we go for 14 to be definitely safe, or do we stick at 15 to have that extended range? I'm going to say probably 14. Let's take a look. Try that. Well, sorry. G3M2s. Okay, so 14... Yeah, I think that's the safest option. So, let's take a look at this. So we are aware of the Prince of Wales and Ripples. Now, I'd imagine they will travel this way. Or, in fact, they could obviously travel closer to the coastline, but they will, if anything, try to head up this way. 14? Yeah, we'll go with 14 then. So, let's look at this. We have something in the region of 70 naval bombers that will be heading out here. They will be covering this area all day. Not the full 70, but a number of them will be heading out here to cover this area. I know. I'm aware of his air cover. We will have fighters covering Mersing. Well, we will have fighters covering the area over Mersing and the actual blooming Task Force 105. Will they attack outside their search arcs? No, they'll only attack in the search arc. So, if we take a look then, we have coverage, obviously, from here. From here. So, if he moves through this box, we will be able to attack him should we discover him. Yeah, we'll set up the picket line. I suppose the picket line will delay him. I suppose... In reality, we do have a number of options here to potentially block or intercept a Force Z incursion. We can send out picket boats in the forms of TBs. Sorry, not TBs, TPs. I suppose, was it TPT? Basically like torpedo patrol. Yeah, to stop his force of the torpedo boats. Okay. We'll go with that. Let's set that up then. At least we have our bombers now targeted on this area. So, let's just move our submarines first and foremost then. So what I'm going to do is actually... Let's see, we'll move you guys. Why are your reactions at 0? That's really not right. Okay. I'm going to have you head here. Yes, your retirement is not allowed. Okay, so I'm going to patrol this area here. Then we'll double it up with submarines as well, these additional ones. I suppose at the end of the day, if he does come and knock in, it's like there's a very real chance that we lose Haruna. Very real chance. There's also a very real chance that Force Z sallies out to oppose us and actually attack the invasion force here at Mersing. If he does, he will be greeted by a great many torpedoes. So it could work out that we lure him into a sort of trap almost. Put the submarines on full speed so they've reached their destination. We can't see a head in here, but okay, we'll do that with the mission speed. Sorry, full speed. And as I said, he won't be traveling at full speed, will he? Unless he's mad. Or he doesn't like fuel. He could risk it, I suppose. He probably might try full speed, I don't know. Full speed. And full speed. Full speed? Okay. With these guys a little bit further over here, ideally they might be able to make it. Yeah, the famous Haruna trap. Indeed, I love traps. Especially when they net me, ideally, a 4C. I'm talking about these kind of traps, not other kind of traps, by the way. I realised what I said there. Yeah. Sorry, I don't understand what the actual question is there. Yeah, side stream. So if a actual task force is detected by another source, then I'd imagine that information is then passed on, so that could be quite good. We do have a lot of search planes in this area. Like, for example, if we go over to map, search arcs, and we take a look over this area. So yeah, you can see here that we do have a lot of reconnaissance in this area, which is very good. Okay. Right, so the submarines will be moving. I suppose at the end of the day, if these preparations actually turn out to be unnecessary, then I would be happy. Okay, so I do have a torpedo boat there. It might be worth it to send out like a couple destroyers or something. I'll send out a couple of destroyers and a torpedo boat then. So surface combat. We'll go with about 4. Have about here. Then again, actually, about there is probably wiser. Only night attacks. Okay. I might send out the light cruiser as well. No, actually no. How do you actually specify night attacks then here? Is that possible to actually do? Z is expendable, the biplanes also. Yeah. Well, this is it. I mean, this is the entire reason. This is the entire reason why Haruna and Congo were put in this position. I don't think I can really specify if they attack at night. Like, only at night. I think they'll attack. But at the end of the day, if he's moving into this area, he'll probably move in there during night, potentially. Okay, we'll have you deploy about here. Now, the R sector react within this radius. Yeah, exactly. So we do have 24 float planes there. Right. I think what I'm going to do here then is... I'm going to have another task force here. We'll take the heavy cruiser Commando and a couple destroyers. Yeah. So we'll take these guys here. Then what we're going to do then is move them just... I can't move... No, do not move to Johor Bahru. Fuck no. That would mean death. So bad there. Yeah, they definitely would be handy. Okay, so what we've detached then is a couple of destroyers. Venice, I might as well... Okay, so a heavy cruiser, a couple of destroyers, a torpedo boat, a couple of destroyers, torpedo boats moving this way. Yeah, this may be the first important sea battle of the war. Indeed. I suppose in all honesty, it kind of is. Because at the end of the day, this determines whether we land here at Mersing. I think we will land here at Mersing, considering that we have a massive amount of firepower here. It is at first, but at the end of the day, it's like the best way to learn, in my opinion, is just to really get in there and just learn in the deep end, sink or swim. Let's take a look. So we have one heavy cruiser there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 heavy cruisers, a number of destroyers. Obviously the 2 battleships. I mean, Congo is pretty much ready to go. She could be combat effective. An additional heavy cruiser on its way. With a light cruiser, a couple of destroyers, APDs as well. Another light cruiser. Another 2 destroyers over here, which I may actually send down to this way. They could probably make it, potentially. I don't know. We'll see. We have all of these submarines as well. Okay. So let's see if we have any additional air assets that could be... actually sent this way. Eonix. Hi all, I was watching XTRG playing and I'd like to get this game. How different is this to the other games like Darkstar or Civilization 5? It's on a whole nother level. But man, if you are going to get them, well, if you're going to get the get a Grigsby games, then you need to do it now. Those games are on sale. I'm going to bring up the actual website for you here. So normally one of the Pacific's like £60 is now down to £20, which is a fucking bargain. I don't know what the other one in the east, one of the east or one of the west are down to, but it's bloody worthwhile. I'll bring them up and I'll post the links individually. Ideally the sale's still on, and I don't look like a dick. Uno momento. Okay, yeah, wow. Let's see. So one in the west is down to £23. One in the east is down to £19. Bomb in the right down to £16. Actually some good games here, not gonna lie. Okay, where's one in the Pacific? One in the Pacific. Search. There we go. Yep, so I'll post the links here. That's £10 on G2A. That's pretty awesome. So there you go, you have one in the Pacific. I mean, I would say probably buy from Matrix as it does go towards the actual developers there. Well, I don't know. I suppose not, but I do like Matrix. They are the people that cover these games at the end of the day. Yeah, there's definitely a hell of a lot more micro. But there you go, that is one of the Pacific, which is down to about £23 at the moment. I'll post the links towards one of the East and one of the West. I'd say probably for newer people, one of the East is probably the most approachable. It is the largest... Well, no, I suppose it's the second largest theater, isn't it? I mean, the Pacific is fucking massive. But I would say it's probably the most approachable game. There we go. Yeah, you're most welcome. I'll just post a link to one of the West as well. But if you have the cash though, dude, it's definitely worth picking them up. At the end of the day, it's like the price you're paying there is roughly equivalent to like one game normally, so it's well worth it. They sound like quite Right, do they allow alternate history? You can do, sort of things. Right, put the picket line task force on max react 1. You don't want them to attack shipping in Singapore. Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll do just that then. Good point there. So I'll put that down to 1. So they'll react to 1 hex. Oh, God, can you imagine if they went into the actual bloody Singapore Bay? Oh, that'd fucking hurt. So there, Cursor, how you doing, my friend? Okay, so they're on 1. Yep, good. I had another one somewhere. Where are they gone? Torpedo boats. Didn't I detach one with additional? Oh, it was this one, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, I'm thinking of something else. Yeah, okay. I've read AARs where people did invade the whole of India and Australia. You can play as the Soviets, no way you... Indeed. That's very true, actually. Okay, so we have our submarines moving to the area. Now... we'll have to see how Haruna survives. I mean, taking 4 torpedoes, I mean, Congo taking 1 torpedo as well. Was rough. But should the invasion go ahead, then that will be very nice. I got a promotion. Welcome. Welcome to the promoted club, then. That's pretty fucking fantastic, dude. Congratulations. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we have over here in Indochina. We may have something worthwhile. I also will call off the attack on Canton and actually have them obviously switch over to Mersing. Mersing is definitely going to become a battleground. I do have additional Ki-27s over here. I'm going to move them out to, let's say, Kotobaru, where they should have the range. An additional Squadron E is definitely going to be helpful. Okay, escort. Stand down, escort. Would you stand down, you son of a bitch? There we go, escort. So we're going to go with about 20% combat air patrol. Well, long-range combat air patrol. There we go, give them the drop tank so they increase their range. So yeah, we have a bunch of additional fighters here now. Right, cover 105. There we go, 105. Yeah, we have lost the APD OI. Let's take a look over here. Date. So, we lost 2 midget submarines, one of them abandoned. Yeah, the Ki-27s, I mean, this is it. It's like they can take on the biplanes, and in those numbers, they actually would do a good job. And even just being there to disrupt the attack would be worthwhile. That would be worthwhile. Okay. Right. Yeah, and then we also lost the DMS W9, as well as the transport Zinzan Maru with about 200 lives there, 200 Imperial Japanese Army troopers. Okay. So, will these guys arrive next turn? That's the question. Ideally so. If they arrive next turn, we'll have the numbers to take Mersing. These troops here are currently on the defensive. I think we'll have them on bombardment, potentially. It does depend, though. Is he going to... I think we'll have them on defensive, actually. Yeah, we'll go with defensive. At the end of the day, we do need to make sure they actually survive here. I'm not entirely sure if we'll take more or... I think we should take less losses, considering that we do have a beachhead here. I'm not entirely sure. We may still take additional losses, but we'll see. Right, we need to figure out how... Okay. I do have additional destroyers here. I'm going to actually send them down to Mersing if I can do. If they can make it, I will do that. It would be nice to have additional assets as well, I'm going to say. So, meet Task Force. Have them meet Task Force 19, actually. No, actually, not 19. We'll have you, be the main task force. Right, meet task force 105. And merge. Head at full speed if you can do. Should be no reason. Yeah, they can make it. So they'll make it in return. That's good news. Okay, so I think we need a new name for 105. "105 staying alive." I like it. Okay. And the question is, will Haruna and Congo continue the bombardment there? It would be nice if they did. They should do anyway, potentially. Yeah, potentially so. Right. So we've sent additional KI-27s. Do we have anything else that I could send? I do have some additional KI-27s over that way. Additional KI-27s there. Those ones obviously out of range, but we do have the KI-43s. Right, the actual aircraft that obviously would have been hitting Canton, well, Canton, whatever. See, this is the thing, isn't it? Instead of concentrating on the airbase at Singapore, I decided to go for the airbase at Manila instead. Well, sorry, Clark. We will try to save her, don't worry. We will do absolutely everything we can to save her. If she makes it through this turn, it would be nice. What's the weather if it's stormy or cloudy? Over Mersing, the torpedo bombers might not fly out at all. How do we get the weather up? Right. South. Ah, there we go. It is currently overcast, I do believe. Take a look at the actual weather here. So overcast in this area. They should probably still fly. It's a shame it's not clear skies. If it's clear skies, that'd be great. But I suppose at the end of the day, that also will work against the actual enemy torpedo bombers. That's not too bad then. Okay, we'll take it as it comes. They obviously need additional pilots. What we're going to do then is we're going to actually ground pound. We'll go for about 6,000 actually. They don't have the range. Okay. Let's take a look at them. Did anything happen during this turn? Oh, hell yeah, it happened. So currently, we are dealing with the actual fallout of the Haruna battleship being, well, battlecruiser being torpedoed 4 times, Congo being torpedoed once. We did capture Canton Island, where we did actually take out an engineering unit. They did surrender, which is quite nice. We saw the second battle at Ichang. Yes, the second Battle of Ichang, which was another victory there, with another 3,000 odd Chinese being destroyed. And it looks like we'll see another assault here. That's bloody fantastic. Loving it. Okay, so the 34th obviously has taken casualties, but they are still good to go. They will hold on. We did lose the base here at Huainan, but we can retake that pretty easily. I do have the 138th Regiment, but we'll take something larger. And they got torpedoed by fucking bloody wildebeests and bloody biplanes are a fucking nightmare. Okay, so you're heading here to Pengpu. Need you to obviously move up this way to Huainan. Fuck me, it cancels our movement. That's irritating as fuck. Right, well that's no issue. Yeah, this is it. Okay. We did take down the fortifications here at Hong Kong, so it's been reduced somewhat. I just like Hong Kong. Sorry, I like Japan. They do have just lots of possibilities. Really interesting. Yeah, they got Bismarcked. Pretty much. Pretty much. Yes, no ships have ever been lost. I love ground pound. I just think it sounds great. So awesome. Right. So... Take a look at the... actually... Actually, I'm going to take a look at my pilots. Pilots, kills... Okay, yes, so Asada A is still our highest scoring fighter pilot. We do have quite a number now. Yeah, this really goes all the way down, okay. So we have, like, what? Quite a number here with actual confirmed kills. And the vast majority have been in 86720s. The second highest scoring, though, but again, the second highest scoring is like the second highest scoring of 10. Is a KI-43-1B Oscar. But these zeros have been doing very well. These are the pilots. I mean, once they make it to ace status, I'll probably send them back to the squadrons that are training to obviously pass on their experience. I think that'd probably be the best idea. Indeed. Okay. Right. 1 second. So what we're going to do then is going to go into our production now. So let's go into our airframe production. So these are our aircrafts, sorted by type. Right, so what I want to do here then is change the Ka-27 over to the Oscar, of course. Yeah, so we actually do have quite a decent amount of Ka-27 production. So we'll change that over to the Ka-43-1C. Yep, the Oscar. Change that over. So that reduces it down to about 24 aircraft per month, but that's fine. Down from obviously the 30 odd that was producing. So we'll change that over here. This will obviously increase the amount overall, which is quite nice. Then we go to the Oscar. Right. The Topsy to the Sally. Right, the KI-21. Fair enough. Ida, yep, there we go. No, it's a transportation one. Then again, it might be worthwhile just get that. Yeah, I'll get that. Actually, not yet. It's not the same sort of aircraft as it, so it's not worth it doing them. Do I want the Sally 2 or the Sally 1? Let's see. Let's go to the actual planner here. Okay, so we have this Sally 2A. So that would be the one I'm producing, I suppose. The Topsy? Right, okay. Ah, there we go. K-57 Topsy. Topsy. When I was saying Sally, I meant the KI-21 Sally, not the MC-21 Sally. Right. Okay, so we'll change over the Topsy then to the Sally, so the the MC-21 version, so the transportation one. There you go, change that over. Obviously, we'll edit the amount of production at a later point. This is just to get this going right now. Right, that's done. Glenn. Okay. Sonoya. I think we've done the Sonoya. Right, the Lily. Okay, so I'm looking at the KI-21 2A. Force is coming to Mersing. He'll probably try to destroy his invasion force. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, I'm playing with Hearthstone 2 soundtrack as well as Hearthstone 3 soundtrack. It's just free. Well, it's non-copyrighted, which is freaking fantastic, and it's a good soundtrack, so that's why I use it all the time. So where did anything happen in regards to the hunt for the American carriers? Well, as far as it goes with the American carriers, we have no actual sightings of one as of yet. Though we have discovered what looks to be like a light cruiser or something else, so whatever that is, at least we will hunt that. At least we have something confirmed, something found. Indeed. For the moment I read Plan Z. Alright, that'd be awesome. Okay, what am I doing? I forgot what I was doing now. Yes, the Kai 21, yeah, there we go. 2A. Righto. Then we'll obviously take a look at these numbers. But we will see increased Oscar production, which is very good. Very nice. Okay. The advantage of the KI-21 is that it has B-17 light payloads, and it's cheapish. Always a good thing. Always a good thing. Okay, so let's actually take a look at the Pacific here. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Supposedly a light cruiser. Yeah, if there is like music that is royalty free, it is really nice. It's like at the end of the day, I don't expect people to donate. So it's always good to be able to make some sort of money from the advertising, which is why I use royalty. I suppose it seems like I'm greedy. It's just one of these things of like, it's nice to have effort rewarded, I suppose. I suppose it does seem like I'm greedy. I'm trying not to be. Oh dear. Right, so how do we want to approach this? Let's take a look at, you know what, I think what I might do here then is just have them merge for the time being. Oh no. Actually, I don't need to. Okay, well actually, let's take a look at this then. So Cargo and a Kargi could actually go and hunt that other task force there. We'll go and hunt them. They can go hunt. The tankers here could obviously be used to refuel Kiributai. So we'll meet them. Meet Kiributai. Then once Kiributai is refueled, that'd be very good. Okay, so refuel, yeah, that's very good. Yep, merge. Now, they're quite vulnerable at the moment, but they are obviously within the air protection of Kiributai, so they should be fine. So move them here. So have a few more to swap, okay. Right, just, actually, what I'll do then is actually just have them move towards them. Cancel that. I'd say actually have them head about here. A little bit to the south. Yeah, there we go. You can see they're moving to meet them now. Okay, so let's check out aircraft. We don't have many zeros left now, which is a shame. I'm going to reduce... No, I'll keep it about 30. Couple of them on search. Okay. Naval attack. 7. 7. Righto. Oh yeah, donations are worth absolutely... Yeah, it's... like, I can't describe, like, just... It's like, for example, a £1 super chat is probably worth, like, a day of advertising. It's like, for example, at the moment. So this is like what I see here at the moment. I know this is a bit right behind the background sort of thing. So this is what I see at the moment. So in the last 48 hours, I've had 2,900 views, like, give or take. Obviously, this is only an estimated. Then in the last 60 minutes, I've had 81 views. So each one of these views, if there's actually any advertising software, well, advertising blocking software. It's like I'll see something in the region of like maybe a pence or maybe less than a pence or something around that nature. So yeah, a direct donation of like £1, $1, whatever, is actually worth significantly more than advertising. Like, I'll get paid more or less each month. I do make it past the threshold, which is nice. But yeah, direct donations are worth far, far bloody more. I'll put it this way, it's like... my Patreon is actually making me more than I do make in a month of advertising. So, yeah, it's one of these things. But I do this as a hobby. It's like I would like to do it maybe one day, full time. But at the end of the day, I don't want to have anybody donating if they can't afford to do so. It's like at the end of the day, everybody has to pay bills. And I will keep doing this because I do love doing this. I do love interacting with you guys. So this is a passion for me. Definitely. Okay, so these guys are going to head south. Whatever this is, it should be rather interesting. So let's see, if I was to arrive in... right, from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they won't be in range of the aircraft, but they will be close by. Now, we do have severe storms out here in the Pacific, which does make things rather difficult. Now, it looks like we will actually... engage here. What I'm going to do then is, let's see, clear that patrol pattern. You are heading northeast. Okay, so around about that direction. That's rather intriguing. We'll try to follow them. About there, give or take. Yeah, at the end of the day, if you can actually point out some royalty-free music or something like that, that'd be awesome. Your voice is kind of like an ASMR. Oh my days. That is funny. That is pretty hilarious. Yeah, you are dead right. If we are hunting an enemy carrier, if we do find another carrier, yeah, we're in a dire situation. I'm sending a Kargi and Karga, primarily due to the fact that I do need to refuel Kiributai. Now, we do have Zuikaku, Shokaku, Soru, and Hiru. We do have, obviously, more aircraft there. We do obviously have a lot more fighter aircraft in Kiributai. So the way we're going to do this is we'll have the submarines engage, or obviously try to engage. Their main purpose here, obviously it would be bloody nice if they could actually hit something, but their main purpose here is to really identify the actual target. If they actually identify the target as something that's like a light cruiser, then I'll send a Kargi and Kargi. A Kargi and Karga. See, this is what happens if you do it for a few hours, you like start forgetting what you're saying. So yeah, they will go down there, and they'll engage. If it's not a carrier, if it is a carrier, then I'll obviously have to send Kiributai. I mean, I fucking hope it's a carrier, it'd be very bloody nice, but unlikely. The advantage that we do have over the Americans is that we do have longer range fighters, so that does work out quite nicely. I would find it rather interesting if it was a carrier. I sincerely doubt that it is, but we'll have to see. I'm a huge history nerd. Ah, that's pretty awesome, mate. I really do love this game. Really, really do. It's one of these games I'll just always play. Genuinely enjoy it. The good news is like, as time goes on, I'll learn more and more as well, which is great. And if I can make it so somebody else can learn something, that's even better. Right. Okay, so we've got that movement planned. So we'll ideally intercept over here. I'm very happy about this. So what we're going to do over here then is obviously unload our troops, which is very good. Let's take a look at the actual preparations going from truck. Okay, so they're underway. These forces are... yeah, they're moving to Jalut, or Jalu, how the hell you actually say that. And then we have the Tarawa invasion. Okay. So in time we will have the Fiji invasion, which is actually going to be rather nice. So if we take a look at this then, so obviously we have Canton Island here. So if we have Canton Island, and let's see, can I move this screen here? Right. So Tarawa is just that. So we'll have Tarawa, Canton Island, and then if we do manage to take Fiji, we'll actually have a pretty good coverage. I wonder how they were detected. I wonder if they were detected by the actual aircraft here. Let's take a look. So, the G3M2s. Yeah, you don't have the range to actually hit them. Okay. Ah, thanks, Resman. I still need to play bloody Gary Grigsby's Bomb in the Reich. Like, generally do need to learn how to play Bomb in the Reich. It's so bloody interesting. I did have somebody comment some time ago about like a game-breaking bug, but I can make do with that. It's rather intriguing. Right. Okay. So there's not much I can particularly do here in terms of range. We do have the vast majority of our aviation support over here at Kawalajin Island over there. Now, I could take a look at potentially moving these aircraft over this way. I doubt we'd have the range to reach Canton, which does make me wonder then, however, okay, so Taiyo is just out from Tokyo. Fantastic. Taking a look at Tokyo then, what do we have that could actually be moved? I started playing the old War in the Pacific when I was still in high school. My geography teacher was perplexed. I didn't have a clue about European geography, but I knew almost all the islands of the Pacific. That's pretty hilarious, actually. I like it. Okay, so we have the fuel here. Loading completed. No, Kazui Maru isn't really worthwhile, but... no, damn it, wrong one. There we go. Is it? Oh, it is that one. Okay, fantastic. Just wish I could understand your accent more. Sometimes it's quite difficult, but the effort is worth it. American English is not very similar. See, I have like a Yorkshire accent, but I don't have much of a Yorkshire accent. I do and I don't. It's not as strong as it could be, but it's a little bit different. I talk a bit weird, I suppose you could say. Right. So I would like to actually assign an escort here. That would be nice. Can't really do anything else there. But what we're going to do then is I'm going to have you start to make the fuel runs. I will actually give them an escort on the way down there if I can do so. So let's see. I'm going to put them... right, so what mission are they on now? So tanker, okay, that's good news. I'm going to have them head out to... let's see. You have... yeah, 217,200 tons of fuel there. Kawalajin Island has only 20,000, so you're going to head out this way. So what I'm going to do here is put this on computer control. I was hoping that would be like a continuous supply, but I guess not. Alright then, mate. We've got our bloody G3M2s. Oh man, that's a shit accent. Okay, that's fine. They'll move down that way. In reality, I don't really need to have them on bloody computer controlled if they're not going to do a continuous supply. I suppose they can't do a continuous supply because they're not picking anything up, are they? And again, they shouldn't have to. Fuck it, it'll be fine. We'll do it live. Okay, just go on human control, that's fine. So you are going to unload that fuel once you arrive there, which is quite good. That will give us a pretty massive boost to our fuel amount there. Okay, so additional cargo ships are on their way. That's good to see. Right, yo. Ah, whereabouts in France are you from, my friend? Yeah, I should go on continuous supply convoy. I think it's kind of weird sometimes. Well, I can say it's a lot better now since I've got the new microphone. The new microphone is fucking fantastic, and that only came about from you guys helping me out. Massive contributions there. Sun Yan donating £50, which was absolutely astronomical of him. But again, others donating definitely do help. Thank you very much, man. Okay, fantastic. So, Hosho is ready. Simakazi and Nadakazi are ready to go. So we have the main APDs there, then we have our transports here. Okay, so we have with us then the 16th Infantry. We have 17 aircraft. So we have 8 B4Y1s, we have 9 A5M4s with 2 in reserve and 5 in reserve here, I believe. Do you need to supply... Yeah, we will have to supply them. You're leaving a super place. Oh, fucking hell. If only the leadership over here was actually worth a damn. Like, I'm not a fan at all of Theresa May. I'm shocked that she's still in premiership. Not a fan of Jeremy Corbyn. My god, I'd rather die. Rightio. So you do have the ability to move that now. I think what we're going to do then is we're going to start them on their way towards midway. But then again, I'm kind of tempted by Johnston, but what would we gain at Johnston? Size 1 port, size 2 airfield. At midway we do gain a size 1 port and a size 4 airfield, which does make a big difference. I think when it comes to it, we already do have a task force on the way to Dutch Harbour, so there's no need to actually sign additional. I could have them potentially head down here to Palmyra, or I could have them actually potentially head down here further into the actual... yeah, possibly towards the Coral Sea. We could even have a potential... Interesting. Where do we want to hit here? Where do we want to hit? Yeah, politics in the UK is pretty interesting. You have the politicians telling people what they think they want to hear, and then it's like, no, they're just completely out of touch. Oh dear. But anyway, I don't want to get political because I might end up getting bloody flagged or something. Okay, so Pago has size 2 port there. Right. I think we're going to start heading towards Fiji. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So this is why we're doing this sort of movement now. Let's see. So Taiyo doesn't have anything at the moment. What I'll do is I'll have Taiyo make it to Tokyo. And then I think Taiyo will go from then Tokyo. No, actually what I'm going to do here is I'm going to delay this movement for the time being. So they're going to hold up. Am I even on the... Which bloody pole am I in? Where are they? Yeah, there they are. Okay. We'll hold on for the time being until we have a better idea of what's going on. But what I'm going to do is... Right, cancel our destination. Right, there you go, Tokyo. Right, we're going to cancel that for the time being. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait for Taiyo to arrive, and we'll see if we have any additional aircraft to actually take out into the Pacific. That would be quite nice. I do have those destroyers. I did say I would give them orders last time, but I decided, well... we'll wait until the convoys arrive and then I'll have them run there. Speaking of convoys, yeah, pull off a second convoy. Yeah, well, let's just not talk about the World Cup. I mean, I can't believe we went out to Croatia, but then again, the England team was a pile of trash. They only did so well because a lot of other teams that traditionally do well did shockingly bad as well. Okay, so we'll have set to bombardment. Indeed. Okay, so we'll go for 6... No, actually, let's go for a larger. And we'll go for about 30,000 yards, potentially. Well, then again, I don't have to worry too much, but I'll go for about 25,000. No. Let's go for about 30,000 yards. Actually, then again, more accuracy. We'll go for about 20,000 yards. See how that turns out. So wait, what happens in this game when ships which historically reused the name for a ship sunk early in the war come to service when the older ship has not been sunk? I'm not entirely sure on that one, mate. Yeah, there was an English team. Yeah, tell me about it. They did really badly. See, that AUV is going to be very handy. Yes, you do have these search aircraft. I would like to actually have you sent out there. Okay, Iro is still loading fuel. She's, how much does she have on board? Only 660 tons of fuel at the moment. Not bad. Okay, so what we're going to do then is, in the future, it really does depend on what we want to do here. We do have forces on their way to Fiji. I have no idea what a garrison at Fiji could look like, so it might be one of these things where we delay that invasion until we have some more solid information. I do have submarine RO-64 over here. I do have 4 additional submarines making their way down to the Marshall Islands area and towards the Coral Sea. So we could use some of these submarines to actually potentially scout out the area beforehand, try and get some information. Just going to turn this music up. This is my favourite track. There we go. That's definitely my favourite track. Ha. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to call the session at an end here for tonight, and then we'll obviously spend the week going through this and issuing orders. I'll say now, I should probably... Yeah, I should have had the additional squadrons over Mersing, well, over Task Force 105. That's my fault, I'll admit fault there. I did honestly expect a second attack over here at Canton. I do have to actually give these orders to attack Mersing with ground pound. Or, then again, they went in range. So probably something else closer. Potentially even Victoria Point, just to reduce their numbers there. Indeed. We have much to do here. Much to do. We might see a, well, climatic confrontation between the battlecruiser Prince of Wales, battlecruiser Repulse, and heavily damaged Haruna and damaged Congo. We shall see. So, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and girls now, so it's rather cool to have the female of a species here. So thank you so very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this. And please do comment down below with additional suggestions or any ideas you have. Do feel free to join the Discord. There will be discussions there. But of course, do bear in mind that there are people on the Discord, as well as in the comments, who are not part of Team Nippon, Team Japan. Aces. We've taken a look at the actual fighters, but I don't think we have any additional aces, but I'll go back to the pilots here. This is just for you, my friends. Okay, so this is the current. We don't yet have an ace. The closest is still Asada A, and then we have a bunch of other ones over here with 1 kill. Nearly an ace, not far from being an ace, but again, until next time, thank you so very much for watching. If you do wish to support the channel, you can do so via Patreon, or via other methods such as PayPal or Super Chats. They are genuinely appreciated, and they do genuinely help me out massively. So thank you so very much for watching. I do hope you guys have a fantastic day or evening, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Until next time, goodbye for now.